So where does this drive come from, Jenny?
It's drive. I don't really see myself as a highly driven person. I am a balanced person. I actually have balanced my own home and personal life with my work right across my career. And for quite a long time, that's hard. You're just kind of hanging in there. You know, you're doing your work, you're trying to do the right thing by people. And the advantage of recruitment with a family was that it's actually very flexible. So people never mind talking to you in the evening because they're out of the office. And so that's a good time to talk to them. So you can actually move your work around. So I've worked very flexibly for a long time, but a balance is important to me. And, you know, I have to fit my exercise in. And so, but I actually think that makes me a better person in terms of being able to get things done, because when I've got to work, and I put my head down, and I do that in order to be able to do the other things in my life.
So this drive to do new things, to you know, in the time I've known you professionally, you embarked on a board journey. You became a yoga teacher. You took up meditation. You took on more and more of walking. So you're always trying new things. It's a combination of curiosity, experimenting, and other things. I don't know what word to give it, but there is a certain thing about it. Where does that come from?
I think it's taking opportunities as they arise, actually. When things are potentially made available to you, there will be some that you'll pursue and some that you won't. And so perhaps it's self-awareness of knowing what actually I like to do and what I don't like to do. And sometimes I like to put myself out there a little bit to just test myself. So I'm not a huge risk taker, but I'd possibly allow myself to do things because I think I ought to do them. So I'm a bit of a rule follower at times. So example, early on in my career, when I went to one of my very first actuarial conferences, which were very formal in those days, and you had to write your name down if you wanted to speak. And, you know, so one of the senior actuaries was talking to some of us younger people, and he goes, you know, there's no women getting up and speaking in there, you know, nobody's brave enough to get up and make a comment. You just need to get up and say something. So I kind of went, I've got to do this. And I did it to kind of show them, really, that I was prepared to do it. And I have to say, I spent hours preparing what I was going to say, and then you have to go up to the microphone, and it was quite confronting. But actually, by confronting it, once you've done it once, the next time's not so difficult. So again, public speaking wasn't super easy for me, but I knew that it was something that I needed to do in order to feel good about myself as well as actually make progress. And so I forced myself to do it. And you learn as you go along, and then suddenly you stop worrying about it. Although if you're never nervous about talking about it in front of people, then it's not going to be as good. You've got to be a little bit on edge.